So wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, here we go. Hello, happy Wednesday. It is the KVJ show, and look who we got back. Virginia's with us again today.
I made it.
You did, huh? Okay, well, that's good.
Barely.
Yeah.
We missed you, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I know it sucks when one person leaves and then the other two have to do double work. And I try to explain that to people, but nobody gets it. I'm like, it makes it just hard.
Well, I don't know if a lot of other people, when somebody's out at their work, and some people do, they got to pick up the slack. I know some people can relate, and other people are like, no, it's the same. It doesn't matter who's out in my office. I do what I do every day. So, yeah, it's our situation.
Kevin did crush the dirt, just to let you know.
Oh, he didn't let you do it?
I didn't do. I did the first.
He gave
one.
me a story, and then he had me play audio, and then he started asking me questions about his story, and I'm like, I don't know. This is your story. So
It was Monday. It was early.
Oh, the research department doesn't work on Monday.
It didn't go well.
You
so I was
can't
like,
ask him to research on Monday.
I wanted a second round, but I never got a second round.
after that first round where I'm like, okay, have a story. And he had it and then started asking me. I'm like, I don't know. This is your story.
Kevin said you're one and done.
One and done.
Well, we didn't want it
man.
done. Yeah. So you're back, and it's all you, Virginia. So thank God. So if you want to check out the KVJ show, we're on your radio, we're on your streaming devices, we're also on your YouTube. You can go and just search for the KVJ show and pull us up right there.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Oh, lots of celebrities behaving badly. We'll start with Andy Dick. Did you see he got arrested over the weekend?
We have audio of his girlfriend talking about what happened.
Oh, boy.
The night that he went to jail, we went out to dinner. We went to this really nice steakhouse, and he was in rare form that night. It was really bad. He stole cutlery. He stole some wine glasses. He stole plates. He asked for a doggy bag that he could put all that in. So I just knew that night wasn't going to end well. He did get into a fight with Lucas. There was a chair involved, a metal chair. And then Lucas was at Cedars-Sinai, and I saw pictures. I saw videos. It's not good.
Okay.
I guess Lucas is his lover. That's his friend.
Okay.
According to the story, I don't know. Lucas is his lover?
Well, so that's his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
That right there
That's
is
her lover, Lucas.
No, she's dating.
Oh, boy.
She's dating Andy Dick. Okay, and so the Andy Dick was at dinner with her and Andy Dick's friends. They wanted that Andy Dick left, and then he actually took a chair to Lucas's head. His friend Lucas ended up in the hospital.
My Lord.
Yeah,
Very busy. So yeah, they set the bail at $50,000, and he reportedly made it on yesterday. So they released him with a $50,000 bail yesterday.
he's a moron.
He's
Yeah.
a mess, man.
Yeah, I think he's had issues with whatever, God knows, substance and things. He's often, I believe, pretty inebriated in public, isn't he?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's kind of his thing. So
Another guy that is in trouble, Kyle Massey, formerly, the Disney Channel.
yeah, I got Jaybird punched.
Yeah, you punched him. Well,
This is the dude I punched.
your
Yeah.
preemptive strike maybe was warranted.
It was accidental. I just want to let the people know that.
But turns out he deserves it.
I did punch him, though.
He's now facing felony charges of communicating with a minor for immoral purposes. He was sending text messages to a 13-year-old girl, inviting her to come and stay with him and his girlfriend for a sexual tryst.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, 13. You cannot
No.
do that.
That charge sounds really bad, too.
Oh,
The way they word that.
Does. He was ordered to be arraigned on Monday, but was a no-show. So an arrest warrant is probably coming for him. And I know you love Larry David, Jay Bird.
I do.
So I guess he's talking about when he will stop doing entertainment.
This is his co-star that's talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff Garlin is his name.
He's in every scene, working every day, having to be there at 6:30 in the morning. I don't know if physically he can do more than, let's say, another season.
Okay.
One more season.
Yeah, the dude's 74. So it's just saying that, with the filming schedule, it's physically exhausting. It's 74. It's a lot.
He doesn't take exhausting things well.
And he's got a ton of money. He's worth so much money.
He doesn't need it.
Right.
No, he doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, he didn't even need to do this show. Seinfeld was good enough for him.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
It's always so fun to start the morning off with a nice little food debate. I was talking with the boys in the back, our sweet Denny's and Suits, and we're just talking about what's the worst 4th of July side dish, and all three of us agree it's without a doubt egg salad. It is disgusting. It sweats.
You always come for egg salad, but I love it.
You go out there to, get a glob of it. It's got flies on it. The bowl is sweating with the gross beads of water.
Well, that and deviled eggs can turn gross super fast. And they're egg-based, whipped with a little mayonnaise. They got to be served at the right temperature without flies.
They smell farty.
Yeah, it doesn't really work when you take it outdoors.
And it sounds like maybe these low-budget picnics you've been going to aren't doing it right.
What are you talking about?
You got to cover your egg. You don't let flies just land on your egg and then eat it.
Well, here's the problem about any picnic. You have to have a table police person, because if not, it's going to be lawless right there.
I do believe in table police.
You have to have someone watching that thing.
I know.
Yeah, so, what is the best side dish for 4th of July? We came up with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, okay.
Is mac and cheese, would you consider a 4th of July side dish?
Absolutely.
Baked beans.
Totally.
Baked beans is better than mac and cheese? Fat Kevin, yes or no?
No, I like mac and cheese better.
I love it. Last thing I'll say about baked beans, my mom used to put pepperoni slices in there and cook that down with it. Actually made it very delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
I like mine with bacon.
I like it with bacon, little bits of ham.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for 4th of July?
I think I'm going to do a yard party at my house. My neighbors like to spend some cash on fireworks. And first of all, I don't like to spend the cash. Second of all, I don't want to lose a thumb. So I like to sit in my yard and just kind of mooch off of their expense.
Okay.
I got a fireworks guy. I can get you some stuff, too.
Yeah, if you want to bring a fireworks guy to my house, I'll gladly feed him egg salad.
I saw there's a shortage in fireworks this year. They're having, again, with the pandemic, it's hard to get stuff, and a lot of the fireworks are made in China, and apparently we're having a hard time. Apparently the COVID got to the fireworks over there. I don't know, but they were showing this morning on the news a bunch of empty fireworks shelves.
Oh.
So I don't know how tough it is to get your fireworks this year.
What do the Ralstons do on the 4th?
Don't have any plans yet.
Okay.
I have no idea. I'll probably put on one of those Thunder safety shirts and just kind of curl up in the corner.
Yeah.
Like a scared pet.
Yeah.
I'm like a dog as well. I
Yeah.
get all scared.
I get jumpy, yeah.
I get jumpy.
Yeah, that'd probably be me. Curled up in a corner somewhere. Yeah. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to tell you about the weird thing that happened to me traveling back yesterday. So I don't know what I did wrong. When I booked my ticket, coming back from Kentucky, I had a layover in Atlanta, like all Delta flights have a layover in Atlanta. So somehow I had booked myself a 2-hour layover, which I totally didn't mean to do. But I got off the flight and I'm like, oh, damn, what am I going to do for 2 hours until my plane leaves? And that had me getting in last night to West Palm at midnight.
Oh, geez.
But I was going to suck it up. I was going to go find this sushi restaurant in Terminal E that looked really cute. And I was excited to actually go sit and have some beautiful sushi, a little sake, and just sit. And so I'm walking to go find the train to get to Terminal E because I'm in Terminal B. And I didn't even realize it, but I was walking the wrong direction to go find the train.
Uh-oh.
And as I'm trying to figure out where I am and how to get to where I'm supposed to be, I look up and I see the flight right there in front of me at the gate is leaving to go to West Palm. And she's boarding like the last people of the flight. So I was like, that's weird because I wasn't even supposed to be walking this direction. So I go up to the counter. I'm like, hey, I see you're going to West Palm. Is there any way I could jump on this flight? And she was like, I don't know. Let me check your ticket. She checked real quick and she put me on that flight. And I was like, wow, saved me like 3 hours because my old flight ended up getting delayed. It didn't get in till 1:30 a.m.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's awesome.
I know. Wasn't that weird how it worked out like that?
You gotta love it.
I wasn't even supposed to walk that direction. I was going the wrong way.
That's a
and then
piece of luck,
I see
isn't
the
it?
West Palm sign. I'm like, sweet Jesus.
It's so awesome when life actually works out every once in a while for you.
That never happened.
Chase that feeling, Mama.
Oh, I was so happy. And then Mags came and got me from the airport 2 hours early. I was like, this
Nice.
is great.
Look at that.
That is
do-
a good feeling.
Do you want breakfast? Keep this happy train going.
I'm good. I'm actually going to try to lose a little weight, a little more weight. I'm going to,
It's 4th of July week.
I know how you eat carb on carb breakfast.
You get some egg salad this morning?
I would eat some egg salad.
No,
now.
you're not. Me and Kevin talked. You're not allowed to eat eggs ever again in the studio.
What I got on my mind here today, man, I got to tell you, it is really tough. I don't get fashion. I really don't. I don't have an eye for it. I don't understand it. My wife loves that kind of stuff. She's always telling me, oh, you put this with that. And every day she tells me different combinations. I just don't get. I don't understand rules on stuff.
She's very avant-garde, but she's got a good eye.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does. But she puts time into it. I think either one, you have the gift, and I think you got to nurture it, and she does both. I don't do either. And so I just don't get these kind of things. But like I look at Kanye West stuff and I'm like, that people really pay that amount of money for his stuff, and they do. And I just don't get fashion. And so when I see that all these items are coming into fashion, I'm like, okay, well, I thought I'd been told for years that these things are very unfashionable and you would get mocked and made fun of for wearing them. And now you're on it if you do. 3 items that I don't necessarily get that are apparently hot and fashionable this summer. One, you remember the term jorts? They're jean shorts.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I kind of rocked them a lot growing up.
Right. Yeah. And then everybody would be like, are you wearing jean shorts? And then they make fun of you. And then you clearly are a person that didn't get life if you're wearing jean shorts.
There's a stigma to the jean short. You're right.
And now they're saying that these dad jean shorts are back in style. And this is what people should be wearing this summer. I'm like, okay, so why was I made fun of 5 summers ago for wearing these, and now I'm the coolest kid on the block if I wear them this summer?
I know the dad jean shorts are in style, and I know the mom jeans have been in style for the girls longer than the dad jean shorts, but they don't look good. I'm just telling you, they look baggy, they make you look frumpy, they make you look like you got extra pouches where you don't.
Well, that's why you have to go super tight and super high in the jean shorts.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That it kind of it combats the frumpiness.
Yeah,
Go a little tighter, Mama.
Even just the whole concept of short length has baffled me, because when I was a younger kid, you wore the Nard Huggers. You wore shorts that would come up really high.
My dad still does.
Well, he's in
and
fashion.
that's why he's a juicy daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy, what up?
Because somewhere in the 90s, everybody started wearing their shorts almost kind of like short pants. They would go down to the knees, if not longer, and that was the style for a very long time. And now all of a sudden, it's back to wearing higher shorts that come up mid-thigh at least. So that confuses me. They say Crocs are now a hot ticket item thanks to Justin Bieber and other things this summer.
Post Malone and all
Right.
all these stars have Crocs.
Yeah, that's a hot thing. So you pair your Crocs with your jorts, and then on top of that, slap a fanny pack on, because apparently now they're calling it the It Bag. Prada, Fendi, Gucci all have them on the runways. So now fanny packs are hot. So imagine this. 4 summers ago, if I would have put on some jorts, Crocs, and a fanny pack, they'd be like, oh, look, Dad at Disney. And now I'm a young, hip, trendy dude if I wear that.
I rocked a fanny pack at a theme park, and it was very, very convenient.
I don't hate a designer fanny pack.
But it's got to be Prada, Fendi, or Gucci.
It can also be Louis. Any of those.
Geez.
But I just a low budget fanny pack. No thanks.
So there you go. Again, why I don't really get fashion, but that apparently is what's in this summer, and you look cool if you wear it.
Look, I think you look tops right now, just the way you are.
It's because I didn't dress myself. If I ever look good, it's because somebody else picked out my outfit for me.
We really do need to take more pictures of your outfits and give your wife credit because she's working over there.
She's doing the Lord's work, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's working with a very unfashionable guy to try to make him halfway fashionable.
You look great.
I do appreciate that. Okay, which one is better? We were talking fashion just a second ago. So maybe, Virginia, what would you choose, Prada or Coach? Which is better?
Kevin.
What?
It's not even a contest.
Not even a contest, huh?
Prada. Oh
Prada
my
all day
gosh.
long.
Don't insult me.
Prada or Louis?
Oh, that's a good one. So one is French, one is Italian. It really just depends on what you prefer. I actually prefer Louis over Prada.
I go Louis just because I have an uncle named Louis. So,
Uncle Louis.
Yeah, Uncle Louis gets it.
Oh my God.
Louis or Gucci?
Oh, that's tough. Okay, so Gucci is going to be a little bit more affordable.
Okay.
But I think Louis actually holds up better. You know, you can submerge a Louis and you're going to be fine.
You can what? Submerge?
Yeah, you can get them wet and they eventually dry and you're going to be fine.
Oh, okay.
My girlfriend got all mad at her husband and she threw all of his Louis in the bathtub and then soaked them all and he was like, okay, bitch, fine.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, they're fine. You can submerge them. They're waterproof.
Quite a power move, huh?
Yeah, so I go Louis slight edge just because of it's more expensive, but it lasts longer.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. What about this? Corduroy or leather? Which is better? Corduroy or leather?
Depends on what kind
What?
of mood I'm going for.
Are we talking about underwear or purses?
Yeah, a gimp mask.
Let's say pants, corduroy pants,
I mean-
or leather pants.
I like to rock both of them, Mama.
I have both of them. I do rock both of them, but in South Florida, you're going to be miserable in both.
I don't have leather or corduroy pant body right now. I got too much of a pot belly, and nothing looks worse than a pot belly and a leather pants, man.
Yeah.
It ain't a good look.
Not a good look,
And
huh?
it gets real hot, too.
Yeah, okay.
But I like both.
I think the look of leather, if you're not worried about the weather and having swamp ass, I think the look of leather is more fun than corduroy on a girl. But I would prefer the look of corduroy on a man over a man in leather.
Okay. But leather can be fun, though.
Unless you're going to ride the range or going to roosters. I don't know if leather pants is the way to go for dudes.
I'm going to go leather. I like a good leather jacket, and I love roosters, so.
I do like leather jackets.
Yeah.
Like an old brown or black leather jacket.
Absolutely.
Kinda-
Black,
you-
yeah.
You're in a motorcycle gang from the 50s.
Big fan of that look. Okay, Adidas or New Balance, which is better?
Adidas.
New Balance, isn't it good for the bunions, though? Isn't it good for the old people's feet?
I've got New Balance shoes. I love them. I wear them all the time. They're completely worn down. And I was watching that show Outer Banks, which is a bunch of teenage hipsters, you know, they're in North Carolina. All the kids were watching it last summer.
So good.
And they had a dig on some dude. You could tell he was old because he's wearing New Balance. I was like, oh, it made me so sad. I looked down, I'm wearing New Balance. I'm like, gosh, I'm that guy.
There's a TikTok that made me laugh out loud. It's a girl, and all she's filming is all of the people doing her home renovation, which is probably all of her older family members.
Yeah.
And she's like, here's how you know this construction project's going to go great. Because all of these men working have New Balance shoes on.
Oh, man.
Well, I just found every time I'm talking to somebody about New Balance, it's always about how they're really therapeutic for my feet. My feet are killing me. I have bunions. I'm getting older. I have arthritis. So, yeah, New Balance is good for old people.
Comfort side of me says New Balance. Fashionable side of me says Adidas. Okay, which is better, brunch or happy hour? Would you rather have?
Brunch.
Okay.
I just love brunch, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how I feel about eggs, and you know how I feel about mimosas.
Right.
Light on the OJ.
I think I'm gonna go. I love a happy hour. Happy hour is fun. I've not done the brunch that much.
Okay.
Or ever really.
Okay.
We need to go to the Breakers brunch. Remember we've been talking about this?
I love it.
Hey, you want to go next week?
I can wear my leather. I will go and wear my leather outfit.
In the heat.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for that fashion.
That's right. I'm going to go with the brunch. I like the concept to start early in the day. The promises of what could happen. Nothing like being really hammered at 1 p.m.
Day drinking's more fun.
I enjoy it more.
Happy hour goes into night, and then, you know.
More mistakes. Of course, I don't know. I make a lot of mistakes at brunch, so I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm a creature of the night. Ow!
I mess up more at night.
I definitely mess up. I definitely mess up more at night. That's for sure.
Which is better, martini or mojito?
Oh, a classic gin martini. There's nothing better.
Do you put olives in that?
I do like it dirty.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm probably going to go mojito. Love a good mojito.
I'll go mojito with you, Kev.
Okay. Root beer or ginger ale?
Ooh, I love them both.
Which is better?
You know what? I'm going to give the nod to ginger ale just because... Yeah, I'm going ginger ale.
Ginger ale just because it mixes better with vodka.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'm going root beer because I love all the different flavor profiles. I just love root beer.
If it's alcohol-free, I go root beer.
yeah,
oddly enough. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. Bagels or toast?
Toast.
Bagels.
I love buttery toast.
It's great, isn't it?
With globs of strawberry jam.
Yeah, I go toast as well. Breakfast or dinner foods?
Dinner foods. Well, what would you categorize as dinner foods?
Basically everything. That's the
Okay.
reason why to me it beats breakfast foods because you're limited
Yeah.
in what
Dinner.
you're going to get. Burrito or lasagna? What do you go with? Which is better?
Ooh, if someone I got to go lasagna because I'm Italian, right?
If you don't, you really will be in trouble.
Yeah.
At any social event where you meet any Italians
Well,
for the next 2 months.
I've been put on notice. I've been told by many Italians how bad of an Italian I am, that I need to get better, and they're listening.
You
They're
better represent right
they're
now.
taking notes, so I'm going to go lasagna.
Okay. People were texting in Virginia. We're talking about which is better, brunch or happy hour. You went with the brunch, and somebody's asking, what is Virginia's absolute favorite brunch place? Is it the Breakers, like you had mentioned?
I mean, if price is not an issue, it's definitely the Breakers. But, I mean, that's only a special occasion place for me because it is so expensive. You could never go to that brunch on a regular basis unless you have a massive trust fund.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
It's pricey, and you get 4 people in there, and you better bring your American Express.
I've heard rumors they also have a secret kids buffet bar. Is this fact, fiction at the Breakers? No?
You're asking about the kids?
There's definitely stuff for everybody. Like there's stuff for kids on the brunch buffet bar. There's a whole entire area that is from here to Beth's office of desserts.
I just heard that there was the kids went to this area where there was a bunch of pizza, macaroni and cheese, tots. Does this ring a bell? Can you confirm or deny these rumors?
I'm sure they have all of that you just spoke of.
Okay.
They also have caviar just out. You know, lobster, caviar. You walk up, you just help yourself. I mean, they did not make money on me. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. Yeah, I know we had done a poll on that. If you do want to go do a little bit of brunching here soon, we just talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And I know as far as our listeners, what they said, Kyle G's and Jensen Beach wound up winning up on that. Benny's on the beach in Lake Worth Beach.
Fantastic brunch at Benny's. I love Benny's.
Yeah, that was your top 2. The Breakers was in at number 3 for a hot spot to go. Shooter's Waterfront in Fort Lauderdale. That got a lot of votes. Lenora's in their multiple locations also got a lot of votes.
They're kicking it. Elizabetta's is doing good business.
They are. And American Social, too, with multiple locations. So if you want to do the brunch thing, you can do that And then again, make sure you jump on our burger poll. It's going to be going up later on today at kvjshow.com for where in South Florida you get the best burger. And there's about like 200 places already on it.
Nice.
So there you go. Virginia is back with us here today. You had to go to Kentucky. You had told us a little bit about the saga that was going on with your stepmom. She unfortunately had a terminal diagnosis and she passed, and you had these services and you went to Kentucky to be with your family and kind of give them support and everything.
Yeah, it was rough, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've never been a part of actually being in the family that's doing everything. And
yeah, it's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff.
I learned so much, though, because now I know exactly what I do and I don't want at my own funeral.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm going to do what she did. My stepmom, she pre-planned just about every single detail of her own funeral, her services, who was going to do this, who was going to do that, right down to the tiniest detail. And that made it very easy on the family. If they don't have to make all those decisions, that really is a beautiful gift that you can give your family. And if you prepay for everything, then you don't leave them with that burden.
Okay.
Which is what she did.
That does seem to be smart. So kind of if you have that luxury, if you're ever given a diagnosis where you know that likely we're going to be hitting the end here.
But that is a nice gift, though, to give your family, if you're able to do that.
It really is, because, I mean, they had to figure everything from, like, what kind of flowers to put on the casket to what kind of outfit to put her in. So there was still details that, I mean, my dad said it best. She did 90% of the work.
Wow.
She picked her casket.
Yeah.
She picked what times of day she wanted the wake.
Okay.
She picked when she wanted the funeral, who was going to speak at it. She sat down with that guy. They planned out what that guy was going to say. They planned out the music. They planned out the time of day, the burial place, the plot that was paid for.
Right.
Like when we got out to there was a beautiful cemetery. I mean, it was gorgeous. When we got out there, the headstone was already there. And it says her last name, my dad's place is right there next to her. Whenever he passes away, it's all set up.
Okay.
And that's a pretty amazing thing to not have to leave the family with all of those decisions.
That does sound good because, imagine, if you didn't do the playlist or things like that. And Jaber, we have your ceremony and we play Billy Joel's Uptown Girl. And that's the choice we have. And that's the only Billy Joel song that we play.
Or you guys get up there and do the Joker.
Yeah, I will haunt you until you cross over.
I don't need that. That's why I'd rather have you be involved in all that kind of.
It'll be my only goal is
intimate
just
planning.
to haunt you.
Right. That's why it's better to have somebody else take care of their own plans.
I also learned I don't want to wake with an open casket.
Really?
Do
Okay.
not do that. If I die, don't you dare put me in an open casket.
Look,
don't you dare do a wake.
We're not. All right, we got it.
I don't
a lot
want
of
any
pressure.
of that.
We're not going to do that. But what happens if your family wants that?
Well, no, I'm gonna do what my stepmom did.
Say it now, yeah.
I'm gonna plan everything out because I want it to be done the way I want it. A wake is weird, y'all. It is weird.
Yeah.
The casket's open. Everybody's in the room.
Yeah.
People are standing over her body and talking. And some people are nice, but some people are like laughing and telling jokes and being weird and uncomfortable. And I don't want that.
I saw one time I was at one of those and somebody was eating a cheese plate over the body. And I'm like, how is this right?
How is this right?
I don't even know how this happens. Like, I'm not thinking that I want cheese at this moment.
So I'm going to go ahead and step in for a second here. I think that would be absolutely just a very respectful thing to do over my body. I would love you to eat a cheese puff or a cheese something over my body.
It's weird to eat cheese next to a dead body.
I just sat there watching. I'm like, I don't, I'm not loving this moment.
No.
You guys can totally eat cheese around me.
No, no wake for me.
Okay.
Close the casket.
Smart.
Do a funeral. Call it good.
Dude, whatever you want, Mama, we got you. Because I'm putting you and Kevin to work at mine. You guys have got. I have a lot of details.
Happy to do it. Who do you think's gonna die first out of us three?
Oh boy.
Out of us three?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I think the obvious vote goes to Jaybird, but somehow he's going to live the longest.
Why is that obvious? Because why, like cheese?
No, because I don't think that you bang yourself up pretty hard. You go harder than I do, man. I treat myself like I'm the boy in the bubble.
No, you're right. It's definitely me.
Yeah.
It's definitely
You would
me.
be the odds-on favorite. But I'm saying I think that's going to be the surprise is somehow you're going to keep on ticking.
You're going to be trucking.
I don't know, man.
It's going to be odd. Like the one you're doing, it'll be me somehow. You're going, I didn't see that coming.
He was so healthy.
Right. And that'll be the irony of it. He tried so hard. Why?
He did everything
Yes,
right.
He tried to do everything right.
Would it make you nervous to know that me and Virginia would be speaking at your funeral?
No.
Okay, because we
I
got
think it'd be
to.
great.
We have
You'd
to.
have to.
You know, I was
Yeah.
thinking about this at my stepmom's funeral because she had this guy up there who was very good.
Yeah.
He was a professor from the university.
Right.
He had all these degrees. And it really is important who you have up there speaking. And I was thinking, okay, I need Kevin and Jason to handle this. I hope they can handle it because
Yeah.
I don't want some schmo that doesn't even know me up there,
Yeah.
like talking about all this different stuff and reciting Bible verses.
Oh, we can handle it, and,
Yeah.
and then some. It's
Yeah.
going to be it's going to be a celebration.
I think we all need to make that pact that we are speaking at each other's
Yes.
funeral. Yes, you
and
were
we
the two.
also control who else gets to speak.
Yeah.
Because if it's not somebody that knew you well, they shouldn't be up there talking about you.
Well, there are those people that come up and you might know them well, but they always somehow threw that like backhanded compliment at you. I don't want that person up there kind of talking nice about me, but at the same time kind of insulting me.
That's exactly what I was sitting there thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's going to be people that get up there and use it as a way to throw a backhanded compliment.
You would
Yeah.
think people would not do that, but we experienced it with Aunt Ann after she passed away. One of her family members called and was so bitter and mean and resentful, and it was just telling us how she's not coming to the funeral.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Mm-hmm.
family that definitely don't handle it right. I saw
Yeah.
that in my stepmom's family. I mean, I saw so much, guys.
Yeah.
I bet.
It was a learning experience,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take it as something that was a negative
Yeah.
that now I'm going to make into a positive in my life because now I have all this information
Yeah.
about the inner workings of death.
It's a good plan because you don't want people to be uncomfortable or bored at your celebration of life
Yes.
ceremony. So put a little time and effort into it because that's really, in a sense, the last memory they'll have of you. And they'll either remember either they had a good time or a bad time. So I want people's last impression to maybe like going, all right, it went out well. I had a good time.
I've been saying it for a good 10 years that I definitely want Kevin and Virginia, both of you, to be rapping at my.
I'll give it a
yeah,
shot.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I've been saying it for 10 years. Kevin's definitely rapping at
Yeah.
my funeral.
And I'll actually make it good. I'll practice.
I know
I'll
you
prep.
will. I know you
Do
will.
you have a rap in mind or you want freestyle?
It'll all be in the will.
Okay.
You better get that thing notarized and get it to an attorney and all that.
I got
'cause
it. You're right.
Something tells me it's on your broke down computer. And what if we can't get in there?
Don't worry, you'll get it.
Okay. Life lessons. Celebrities having a birthday today include Michael Phelps, who's turning 36 for like the first time in 2 decades. He's not going to be in the Olympics coming up, which is kind of weird. And Mike Tyson turns 55 today. So happy birthday to Mike. Also, happy birthday to DIL Jennifer Haskell. Beautiful DIL.
Daughter-in-law.
Okay. I'm
Daughter-in-law.
not up
Or-
on all these
Or
abbreviations.
DILF without the F.
I was really, I'm like when you forgot a letter.
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Tammy, for sending that in. Got a birthday you want to shout out for? Just send us the email to mail@kvjshow.com. Daniel's on here from West Palm Beach. Daniel, you got a couple kids that you think would love what we got for Camp KVJ with the 4-pack of tickets to the Rapids Water Park and also the South Florida Science Center and Aquarium. How old are your kids, Daniel?
Thank you. My kids are 7, and the second one is 2. I got 2 girls.
Oh, that is cute. What are they doing during the summer so far?
Well, so far we actually just came back from Aquatica up in Orlando.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
My mom and my grandmother all linked up together, and we all went up there to Orlando for like a day trip. So that was really fun.
That is cool. How do you like Aquatica?
Oh, it was really good. It was my first time. I've always actually went to like Universal in Orlando and all
Yeah.
that. But it was my first time going to like Aquatica, so it was actually really good. I love the lazy river. I can just sit in it all day.
Yeah, you know, I think at a certain age, you age into lazy rivers.
When I went to Rapids recently, all I did was ride the lazy river like 8 times.
It's very peaceful.
So
It is.
nice.
It is so
Oh, I
nice.
love it.
So nice. Well, you enjoy the time with your daughters, okay, Daniel?
And then we did more. But thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you so much. And if you want the hookup tomorrow, got another round of Camp KBJ for you all week long and all summer long, all the way through the end of July. We're going to be hooking you up with great tickets. A lot of rapid stuff is going to be going on there, so you can get the hookup for that again tomorrow, exact same time. You think about what you're doing in the summer, and you were saying your teenage daughter, Magnolia, was going to be getting a job, Virginia. Did she get that locked down yet?
She wants to. I don't think she's figured it out just yet. She was going to work at the Sweet Frog,
Yeah, I love that place.
the yogurt shop,
I go there all the time, right there on Indiantown Road.
but she's not sure that she wants a job during the school year, and they don't hire just for the summer. They said, look, if we hire you and train you,
wow.
we want you to stay on during the school year as an employee, and she's not sure. She's really academically focused. She's in track
Yeah.
and field, like all that.
Okay, yeah, that takes up some time and the such.
She needs just a summer job.
Yeah, okay. What would you say is your favorite and least favorite summer job? I worked as a bagger at a grocery store. I like that. I think my favorite, though, was doing landscaping in college.
My favorite, I was an umpire. That was awesome, and I was a teenager and making good money being an umpire. And my least was probably working at the golf course. It was awful.
Really? Golf course seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
It was just a lot of cleaning and getting yelled at, and then just
I imagine when you were cleaning stuff, you got yelled at.
it was long hours. You got there at 5:30. You didn't leave till 8 at night.
Oh, wow.
It sucked, man.
Because I saw the movie Caddyshack when I was a kid, and I'm like, well, that looks like it'd be a lot of fun to work
It
at a
was a
golf
little
course.
different than that.
It wasn't Caddyshack. huh?
No.
The reality.
Yeah.
Best worst you ever had, Virginia?
So, the worst, even though I did love it, was probably being the rat at Chuck E. Cheese. That was tough because the kids would always,
Right.
the older kids would always hit Chuck E. Cheese, and then this Chucky hits back, and then this drama.
I hate being a mascot. Yeah, that'd be tough.
But then when I got out of the rat costume, I got to be a birthday party hostess at Chuck E. Cheese, where you're kind of like the waitress for the birthday party, and you would get tips. The family that was doing the birthday party, those parties were usually like $100, $200. And back when I was a teenager, that was a lot of money. And I would get tipped on that, and I couldn't believe this
Yeah.
thing called tipping.
It is kind of a cool concept.
Yeah.
I would have done well as the mascot, though. I would have explored that character, try to do some crazier, fun stuff.
I did have some fun in it, but I think the bad outweighed the good, though, Jay Bird. You would not, because there was a tail on this thing. The older kids would pull the tail, and it would almost knock you over.
You whip that thing back at those kids. Did they give you complete creative control as the mouse?
Oh, yeah. They didn't care. They didn't care about much at Chuck E. Cheese, but they certainly didn't care what the rat did.
No,
I would jump in the ball pit. You just had to make sure your head didn't come off.
Because you cannot do that in front of the kids.
Right.
What would you say is the hardest money you've ever earned? Where you worked really hard, maybe for not a lot of money, to go, and that completely was not worth it. Because that seems to be one of the issues today. I was even looking at that, where there's kind of a battle that is going on between, the baby boomers and maybe the millennials. And the millennials say that the baby boomers, they can't really offer them any job advice because everything is so different. But yet the baby boomers just like, you know what, millennials are just entitled and lazy. They don't want to work hard like our generation did. Things are a little bit different. And, a baby boomer, they would gut it out for just a couple of nickels.
The worst would, me and my buddy we would help people move houses, and it was not for a lot of money. He was involved in a church, and these older people would be moving out of their house, and they would pay us not a lot of money to move their entire house.
Like lifting furniture?
Lifting furniture and packing all the stuff up, and then it would take all day, and you'd walk out with, oh, here's $30. Like, here's
terrible.
$30 and some ginger ale. Yeah, but you were young, so.
Yeah. That is terrible. Yeah, I one time got into some manual labor, was digging, and I think I made $5 for like 10 hours. I'm like, wait a minute, what a terrible deal.
This is not good.
What a terrible deal. Yeah, what is the hardest money that you have ever earned? Especially South Florida summers. You get outside working, and you're like, that's all I get paid? The heck was that? You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. And man, it is hotter than it has ever been. I saw that Palm Beach County, I think, is the 4th hottest county, or at least projected to be in America. But man, what's going on out west is crazy. I was talking yesterday briefly about the temperatures they had in Portland, Oregon. I saw it was 116 a couple of days ago.
Holy moly.
That seems like a movie or a video game.
116.
That don't seem right.
Well, and I think for there, that's really uncharacteristic of Portland, Oregon. They don't have those kind of temperatures, and so they're just like, in South Florida, we're actually doing pretty well. Oddly enough, the Midwest is getting really hot. My parents in Ohio, the other day, like, it's so hot here, it's like 90 something. I'm like, and we were at 88. I'm like, how is now Ohio hotter than South Florida in the summer? I know we got humidity, so it makes up for it, but I'm like, geez.
If Steve Weagle had a weather report coming out, said, I don't know, guys, this weekend, it's going to be 140 degrees out.
Yeah.
How nervous are you?
Very nervous.
I'm very.
Extremely nervous.
I'm nervous, too.
I'm slightly nervous now looking at some of the temperatures.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I just put in my new AC.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, what is going on, man? Things are looking bad out there. So, yeah, imagine if you got an outdoor job, what it's like. What is the hardest money that you have ever earned? Somebody said, when I lost my job as a personal trainer from COVID, they texted us in. They said, I had to reinvent myself. I was washing cars, painting houses, pressure washing, all in the scorching heat.
Yeah.
It's tough stuff.
Look at you. Pivot and hustle.
I admire you, man.
I do, too.
I think that's awesome that you did that.
Somebody said, I had a summer job mopping tar on black walls to seal the basements in New Jersey. It was hell.
Oh my. For so many reasons. First, there's tar. It's in New Jersey.
Wow.
You come from New Jersey.
I come from because I feel like New Jersey came from me.
Yeah. Somebody else started digging swimming pools right out of high school for 3 months at $9 an hour. That was hell.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. A lot of people having to deal with stuff like that. Somebody said hardest money I ever earned was working at a movie theater, cleaning up after nasty spills for a few bucks an hour. That was terrible. Somebody else said telemarketing. Worst money I've ever earned.
Oh, telemarketing sucks.
But at least you're sitting in the air condition. That's different. I mean, to me, the one dude doing the tar.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I remember we had to go door to door selling magazine subscriptions. That was awful. And that was for no money. That was for like a school fundraiser. It's kind of child labor.
Yeah. And this is a tough one. Somebody said I made $quarter a minute rubbing my grandma's bunions.
$quarter a minute. Well, hold on now. $quarter a minute.
4 minutes, you get $1.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean, that's better than I was making. Minimum wage was $3.35 an hour when I started.
How long could you last rubbing grandma's bunions?
I think I could last a long time.
You think so?
Yeah.
How long does grandma got? Because I'm not quitting.
I
Okay.
mean, honestly, as a kid, $quarter a minute, I would have got down on that. I would have broke out the lotion.
If we had a grandma out there with bunions, and I'll put $quarter a minute on it. We'll bring grandma in here, and we'll see how long you can go.
I will. That will be a great world record. I will rub a grandmother's foot for the longest time in the history of a grandma being rubbed.
I
Yeah.
won't. I mean, I thought you meant my grandmother. I'm not rubbing a rando grandma.
Give me a rando grandma. Get her to me right now. I want to chase greatness.
Okay, the call's out there. Grandma, bunion, we need you.
The bigger the bunion, the better.
I love it. I want it.
There
I want
you
the
go.
fight.
This is a world record you could get.
Because it's about longevity.
Yeah.
It's not really about talent.
Who can last longer, you or grandma?
Yeah.
Couple world records just established. That dude that breaks them all in Idaho just recaptured his Guinness World Record by covering his wife in plastic wrap in only 1 minute and 2.44 seconds.
Did we try this?
I don't think we've done this one.
He covered his wife in plastic wrap, and that's a thing?
That's a thing,
Well,
yeah.
that's a world record. They do it as a couple. His name's David Rush.
Sounds like it's got a little kick in it.
They love each other, and I look at them. I do not at all sense them being kinky. I think they have very boring sex. What are we talking about here?
Wrapping your girl in plastic?
That's what you come to looking at this guy?
That's kinky.
He's not kinky.
He is a freak.
I'll tell you, David Rush is not a freak.
David Rush is dirty. Dirty Dave. I don't even know him.
I know.
But that's a kink.
I feel like if that guy and his wife heard this segment, they would be horrified.
Yeah.
Well, stop doing freaky stuff.
Another Guinness World Record for a Wisconsin woman who's been collecting Smurfs memorabilia for 40 years, and she broke her own Guinness record with 11,455 unique pieces. Here she is talking proudly of that.
I'm currently the Guinness World Record holder for the largest Smurf memorabilia. Everything from binders to clocks and stamps and pencils. Why? That's the biggest one. Why are you doing this? And the answer is simple. I have fun doing it. I mean, look at them. They're always smiling. What's not to be happy about?
Okay, so what do you think her kink factor is?
Oh, I mean, she is a freak.
Is she a freak in the sheets bird?
Let me tell you.
She collects Smurfs?
I get that woman. I totally get her.
Well, she started by saying she had binders. You know what binders are, right?
And the ones that go on your wrist? Okay.
She's a freak.
Okay. All right, time for our own attempt here. World Record Wednesday. It is the record for the most saltine crackers eaten in 1 minute. The current record is 10. Now, here are the rules that go along with this. Only one cracker may be eaten at a time, and after each, the participant must show their empty mouth before proceeding to the next cracker. All must be swallowed at the expiration of 1 minute. No drinking is allowed during this to wash it down.
Wow, look at you.
A lot of stipulations.
What a hero.
Well, look, not yet. Let's see. Let's see what I can do here.
I'm going to put the over-under at 5. That's halfway there. Virginia, do you think Bird will go over or under?
I believe he will go over.
Okay.
And I believe he will rip the crotch of his outfit even more, and we might see giblets.
Really? Okay.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Sinicki.
Suit, you going over under on? He's going to go over.
You guys going over? This is up.
Denny's going over as well.
Yeah.
And what are
we
you doing?
believe in you.
What are you doing, Kev?
I think your mouth's going to dry out.
Oh.
You're going under.
I think Virginia, I don't know why. I know you guys so well. I think Virginia has the moistest mouth on the show.
I do.
I think you have the driest, Bird. Oddly enough.
I got it real wet, though, before this
You did,
thing.
okay.
She's real wet.
She's lubed and ready?
She's looped.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not. You need to hydrate more. Put down the soda and grab some water.
Here we go, huh?
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to open the door for criticism.
Kevin's
for you,
right.
Bird.
You're dry.
I always love these awesome Braveheart speeches right before competition.
And here's what else you're doing wrong in life.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
really gets me going.
Oh,
Did
by
you
the
miss
way.
me?
Yeah. Okay, over-under is 5. Crackers eaten in 1 minute. Current record is 10. KVJ Respectable is getting 5 completed.
Come on, Bird.
60 seconds on the clock in World Record Wednesday. On your mark, get set, and go. Okay, first cracker is in. That's always the easiest. He's getting it going. Each individual cracker is going to take away the mouth moisturizer that he's got in there.
Swallow.
Yeah. He's got that down. Got to show.
Got it.
It is done and down. He has got 1. All right, he's on his second cracker. He's chewing. He's kind of working it around. It seems like the second cracker already is going down tougher than the first, and by a good bit. But he's trying to get whatever saliva he can to knock that down.
Pick it
He's
up,
got
pick it up, pick
2
it up.
down. Okay, he's got 30 seconds left in this. He's halfway
Come
there,
on,
and he's
come
at
on,
2.
Bird.
So how is he going to get this? He's really starting to struggle now through cracker number 3. Looks like this one is getting him down. He's
Come
getting
on.
it stuck in his
Good,
throat.
he's clear,
at
he's
15
clear.
seconds.
He's clear.
Okay, he's clear. He got that one down. 3.
Number 4 is in there.
4's in the mouth. He's at 10
Come on,
seconds.
Bird.
Okay, he's trying to get it down. He's
Come
working.
on.
He's doing everything he can. He's at 5,
Push it.
4, 3,
Push it.
2, 1.
Go.
Done. And not going to get credit for that last one. So we got 4 crackers, is that right?
4 is correct,
Okay,
sir.
he went under the 5, unfortunately. And I think that's kind of what it was. Just,
Glad I didn't put money on that.
yeah.
I can't talk.
Dries out real fast, huh?
I think the witch is right. I think I'm too dry.
Yeah.
I lubed it up.
Yeah.
You lubed it up with the wrong
No,
thing.
no. I was lubing it up all morning with water. I've been lubing all morning. I
Yeah.
swear to God, Virginia, I am so lubed.
What's next to you?
I did that to give me a little pick me up for the competition, a little caffeine.
You need a little kick.
Thank you, Kevin. I've been drinking. I've been lubing up with water.
Okay.
Nobody believes you.
That's not true. Kevin, you believe me, right?
I do believe you.
Thank
Yeah. Why would you lie about that?
Yeah, why don't you concentrate
Yeah.
on the dirt coming up again for the 8th time?
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So you got
That's awful,
4 in a minute.
Terrible show.
World record stands safely at 10.
10.
Do you know what, though?
That is a beast right there.
That is.
When we finally win one, that victory's gonna taste so sweet.
So good.
So sweet.
I think it's going to be Grandma's bunions.
Bring her in.
That's our next win.
Let's do that. No one owns that record.
I can just see the photo on the Guinness World Record. You and Grandma on the bunion.
Please, I need it. I gotta
That would
win
be fitting. If you deserved a world record, it'd be the longest to rub a grandma's bunion.
I'm okay with it.
I have a feeling nobody else is going to go after it.
David Rush won't
That's
go
why it's
after.
so safe. He's like, nah, I'll pass.
you're
I'm
good.
just going to wrap my wife in cellophane again. We're good. People talking about, too, the alarming heat that is happening. It seems like in South Florida, we're about normal, right? I don't feel any hotter than what it normally is. Feels okay to me.
Agreed.
Somebody who's listened to us in Maine said we've had our second heat wave in June. We may get 4 90-plus days of summer, and we're going on 6 of them right now, and we're in June. Ooh. Yeah, there's some alarming weather things that are happening.
Oh, you get 6 hot days in the summer, Maine. Oh,
Yeah, right.
poor baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that storm going over South Carolina, Danny. That is the earliest that they have gotten a storm in June. I think the first time since the 1890s, something like that. So it just seems like every day there's something else that's going on. How about this? Somebody said, I'm a mailman. We don't have AC in our trucks. And the other day, mine was 118 degrees.
Oh, my gosh.
That stinks.
Can you get like a fan? Oh, I would.
might, yeah.
They have those
But
fans
still.
now you can buy on Amazon where you put a little ice in them and then it turns into a little AC.
I bought my mailman one of those fans that goes around your neck. I just put it in there saying for the mailman, and it goes around your neck, and it's 2 fans that blows up at your face.
Look
you
at
just
you.
wear it.
Yeah.
And you gifted that to your mailman?
Just so that they don't screw me over, because I ordered a lot of packages, you know. I figured it'd be a good move.
So they don't screw you over.
It's actually a
Good
smart
strategy.
investment.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah.
why the heck not, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't know the mail person was screwing me over so much.
And Cesar in Green Acres, he locates underground natural gas lines to prevent damage. And he said it's certainly getting hotter and hotter. So that would be a tough, hot job.
Oh, yeah.
Hats off to everybody doing that. Okay, this is some makeup or breakup for you. We got an email here that says he bought my kids fireworks and told them not to tell me. In the email, it says, I hate fireworks. I think they are dangerous. And I told my kids that they can't play with them this 4th of July because they could lose an eye or something. My boyfriend knows all this, and that's why I'm upset. He bought my kids some fireworks anyway. Then he told them not to tell me because I would overreact and get mad. I don't like my boyfriend telling my kids that. Is this a red flag? We've been together for almost a year, and he just recently met my kids, so I think he's trying to be cool in front of them. Either way, I don't like how he handled this. Is this a breakup for you? Okay. I think fireworks aside, yeah, the fact that he is kind of undermining your authority with your kids is problematic. Been together for almost a year, but yeah, maybe he made just a really bad blunder. I don't know if I would completely dump somebody over this, but I'd definitely be concerned, and I wouldn't necessarily be thrilled about them being around my kids as a role model.
Did you say something like you said don't say anything to him?
Yeah.
Well, that to me is the most alarming part. We're going to have a secret and not tell mom about it?
Yeah. That ain't
Yeah,
cool. That's
that's-
undermining the authority.
That's weird, too, that he's doing that. Like, of course, it's going to get back to you. So he didn't realize that the kids were going to tell you?
Well,
Like,
he probably thought they were going to go out and just do the fireworks and without telling mom about that.
kids always roll over on you. Duh.
Yeah, that's a major blow to the relationship. Do you dump them, Virginia?
I don't know if I dump him because I don't think it's that big of an offense. If he's been great otherwise, I just have a sit down with him and say, look, you can't be undermining me with my kids.
Yeah, to me, this is a big mistake. If it happens again, that would be it. So it would take me halfway there.
He's on notice.
Yeah, he would definitely get a chewing out. Where are you stand on that, Bird?
Wallace Pennington. I'm out.
Okay. How about this one here, a makeup or breakup? My girlfriend keeps calling me her ex's name in bed.
Oh, boy.
Says my girlfriend has called me by her ex-boyfriend's name in the middle of nookie time for the third time now.
The third time?
We've been together for a little over a year, so I can't imagine why this is still happening. My brother said I'm a chump for staying with her. He thinks she is still hung up on her ex. She says that it's just an accident and it means nothing. She'll then reassure me that she loves me and only me. Is this enough to end a relationship over?
I don't think you end over this, but you need to tell her that this really makes you sad and she's hurting you. And maybe she doesn't understand like how bad this is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they say three times the charm.
Yeah, what happens if it goes a fourth or a fifth time? I mean, do you need to start wearing a name tag to bed?
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Steve.
Look, it says, hi, my name is...
Maybe forehead tat?
Yeah. What do you do?
I mean, if she keeps on calling you by the wrong name, Steve, let's say she keeps saying Steve, and your name's not Steve, your name's Kevin.
I think I'm actually close to getting out of this one. I'm just not feeling it.
Wallace Pennington is so out.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot in this I just don't like.
I mean, 3 times, Virginia.
3 times.
Come on.
That's
Was
crazy.
she drinking?
She's clearly thinking about Steve.
Yeah.
I need to know if she was drinking when she said
That
it.
doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah, I got a hard time with this.
You
one.
out, Ralston?
I think I am. I think I'd be out on that one. All right, Dan, another one here, makeup or breakup. He won't introduce me to his parents. I've been with my boyfriend for 18 months, but have never met his parents. They live in the same city as us, and he visits them regularly, but he never invites me to go along. I've mentioned several times that it would be nice to meet them, and he says it's a good idea, but then never brings it up again when he goes. I can't help but get offended when I think about it, and I think that he's ashamed of me. I don't feel like I can demand to meet them either, though. Am I making a big deal out of nothing? I'm honestly not sure it's nothing. There are some telltale signs as we talked about different relationship situations. This seems to be one of those tells of a guy who's in another relationship. And the fact that he doesn't want you to meet his parents, I mean, not saying it definitely is, but we've had that where why is it I can't meet the parents after 18 months? And maybe it's because he actually is already married or there's something else that is going on there. Now, it could be because maybe he's ashamed of something. Maybe it does just escape his mind. But you would think that if he has a healthy relationship with his parents, which he seems to, and he has a healthy relationship with you, why wouldn't you have met his parents within 18 months, a year and a half?
It could be that he just has his own issues with commitment and long term and marriage and all that. And maybe, to some guys, once those guys bring a girl around their parents, that means it's serious.
Oh, he's definitely got another wife.
Isn't definitely how
she is so the side piece.
He just might not want to be serious with her or anybody. When you bring them around the parents, then it's serious.
But a year and a half isn't like 3 months here. It's a year and a half.
Yeah, so there could be something sinister on the side, and maybe there's not. But regardless, if you're in that frame of mind where you're thinking that you want to get married or you want a committed long-term relationship, that statement that you haven't met his parents in 18 months is telling you probably something that, hey, he may not look at this relationship as being as serious as you.
Well, yeah. Plus, he has to go celebrate his 10-year anniversary with his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is that a breakup for you? If I really want to get married and I wanted to do it within, a couple of years, I would maybe give him to the 2-year mark to start seeing some of those kind of things, and then I'd probably be out. I don't think I would be immediately. I would also keep an eye on, does he show signs of he could be in another relationship with somebody else? So I'm not necessarily out yet, but I am concerned. Virginia, you in or out?
I want to have a talk with him, and I want to figure out where his head is. I don't break up with him over it because if I really like him, I want to stick it out. I know people that have dated that long and haven't introduced to the parents. It happens.
Okay.
Some people are commitment phobic, but you just got to let him know, hey, I do have plans to get married one day.
Yeah.
I would like that person to be
Find
you.
out why. It'd be nice to get a sensible, if he says, oh, I'm embarrassed by them, or I don't have a good relationship with them, or something like that, then you can feel better. But
Yeah.
unless he offers that information, yeah, you got to be a little bit more concerned. Are you in or out, Bird?
WPIM. Wallace Pennington. I'm out.
He's out. That would end it for him. Okay. All right. The eternally single guy.
The one that's constantly happy?
WPIM.
Oh, I meant to do but
Yeah. It didn't really work out, Ian.
I think it worked out. The single guy who's happy, it worked out great.
WPIM is Walls Pennington. I'm married.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Can we say that one
look
day?
at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that? WPIM, baby. Yeah. Well, Saturday was a very interesting day. Jaybird had his s'mores party at his house. He had some friends over. And then later in the evening, it was just Bird and Virginia kind of hanging out.
I mean, we were celebrating the modern day s'more, as everyone was calling it.
What does that even mean?
Just doing s'mores. I don't know. I always got to have a fun tagline. I just like to have fun. Get off my ass.
So you guys were singing along to songs. Virginia was telling you that you were emotionally unavailable, some things like that,
Yeah.
while listening to John Mayer.
We were just having a good time going through all these songs, and all of a sudden John Mayer comes on. Then she starts to tell me that I'm emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
Like, this is fun. The s'mores party's turned a little dark.
Was she right or was she right?
You're right.
But then she made an interesting offer to Jaybird, and I'm just kind of curious, as a couple days have passed, if that offer still stands.
I'm curious what she offered too.
Okay, here's what you said. Jaybird had some audio from Saturday night, Virginia.
So, what if I was your surrogate?
Your surrogate.
Surrogate?
Surrogate?
That's what you
Surrogate.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Well,
What?
of course not. But
Somebody else already asked me that when I was sober, and I said no. No.
Apparently, you just got to get a couple of cocktails in you, and then you're ready to bear anybody's baby.
make no mistake, a couple of cocktails.
Okay.
She doesn't even remember saying this.
I don't even think I said it right.
Slurrogate.
Slurrogate.
It was slurrogate, yes.
Slurrogate.
Yeah. You're going to be a slurrogate.
I
No.
was your surrogate.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
not a good idea. And then the factory's closed.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
yeah.
that's why it didn't make any sense. You were, after 9p, you were making I don't think either one of us making a lot of sense after 9p.
Just to refresh your memory, though, here's how the conversation went, Virginia.
Why would you want to be my surrogate?
I don't want to be your surrogate, but
Why, how did we start talking about this?
like, I don't want you to be childless on this earth.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
You want to be my surrogate?
I think I should.
Oh, wow.
Have another drink.
I think I should have another. No, I think I should put myself in rehab.
Go home.
So the offer to be Jaybird's surrogate has been rescinded? Is that where we are?
Yes. I would like to submit that I was under the extreme intoxication of probably several things.
Look, that's what happens at the modern day s'mores party. It just ends in a weird.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It definitely
Remind
got
me to
interesting.
never eat s'mores again.
Yeah, what was in those s'mores?
Those s'mores, roofied or
Were they,
drug?
Yeah.
were they laced with LSD?
What'd you put in these s'mores? Making crazy offers to carry people's babies
Oh, no.
because they don't want them to be childless in this world.
No, it was more about she wants me to have a kid, and that's the last ditch effort.
I do want you to have a kid. Now, that's true.
Okay.
I think that's really what it's about.
Okay. I was just thinking about the storylines, Virginia. I mean, imagine that. You're carrying Jaybird's baby. And wow.
She wants me to have my own little s'more.
I do want you to have your own baby.
Okay. Just not coming out of your uterus, huh?
Yeah, no, not this one. This one's tired.
It's beat up. All right, time for another round of What's So Fun. Taking your comments from our social media and emails and everything else to put this together.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
I once saw a decomposing corpse that looked healthier than Kevin. The dude looks like a middle-aged version of the Slender Man.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Virginia is the genital wart of the KVJ show. She's gross, ugly, and needs to be removed. She's a lot more likable when she's absent.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, Jaybird. I'd say make some changes, but we all know you're a weak-minded fool who's incapable of change.
Whoa.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
I saw Denny's in the grocery store, and I can't believe how much he looked like a street rat. If he passed away, only his fleas would miss him.
Only his fleas would miss him.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks.
Man.
I don't know if I was ready for that round.
We all got hit pretty hard.
Whoa.
Okay, they're warming up. Well, got a lot of crazy stories still coming out of the condo collapse from Surfside. The latest I had heard before the show this morning, 12 people confirmed dead. As many as 150 people remain unaccounted for. As I can't even imagine just the hell that the rescue workers are going through and the families and the wait and everything else that's going on. They're getting more and more details about just what kind of negligence was going on here. There was a letter sent in April from the president of the Champlain Towers South Condominium Association that said that the damage of the basement garage had gotten significantly worse since they had an inspection about 2.5 years earlier, and that deterioration of the building's concrete was accelerating. And it said when you can visually see the concrete cracking, that means that the rebar holding it together is rusting and deteriorating beneath the surface.
Oh, boy.
Now, when the residents discussed the report in 2018, the $7 million price tag led to turmoil on the Condo Association's board. I had seen somebody on the news saying just how much it was going to cost like each month in addition for the repairs, and he said it would be like a second mortgage. So,
yeah, that happens, though. These are called assessments, and that just happens. Condo life, man. If you buy an older condo, the roof goes bad. It's got to put new concrete down for the driveways. Like, everything deteriorates.
Well, there's just so many other crazy stories that are coming out of this, and one other crazy story to add to this mix is the story of Liliana Monteagudo. She's 64, and she said she feels like it was a supernatural force that woke her up and guided her from her 6th floor unit.
Oh, boy.
At the Champlain Towers South. She said she thought she was hearing possibly the wind coming through her balcony sliding doors, and then she spotted a crack. And here's what she had to say.
I feel like strange sounds. And I run to my living room.
And there she spots a crack, snaking its way down a wall.
Something inside of me said, run, because this building will collapse.
So kind of amazing to have that intuition to be woken up. She then ran barefoot toward a staircase by the building's elevators. She said she started to scream, "Come on, God, I want to see my son. I want to see my grandson. Don't let me die in this condition." And while passing the 4th floor, she said she heard a thunderous noise. By the time she got to the ground floor, she was climbing over several walls that had crumbled. There was a security guard outside that was helping her. She was the only one that she noticed that was down trying to escape the building. And she said once outside, she called her son to say, "I want to let you know that I'm okay, but the building is collapsed." Can you imagine getting that call in the middle of the night from your mom?
Did you see the one family? They were staying down there with their, I guess, one of their parents, and it was a couple with their 2 kids, and they heard something go down, and they opened up the door, and part of the building was missing. They had just missed it by feet.
Wow.
And they all survived.
The stories are just unbelievable and completely surreal. I mean, we had the one yesterday where this guy was talking to his wife, and she had called him in a panic in the middle of the night. He was away in another city like D.C. for business. And she said, I just looked outside the window, and the pool is gone.
The pool is gone?
The pool is gone. She said, the pool is not there. It's a sinkhole now.
So,
and she's like, and there's a weird noise
wow.
going on, and then the line went dead.
Oh,
So,
my God.
Yeah, I mean, just one story after another that's just unbelievable what is going on. So it is definitely a tragedy that is going to reshape South Florida for generations to come. So,
are you nervous about getting in buildings, Hal, after all this? I understand that this isn't a commonplace thing to happen, but does it make you think?
I think that anybody who's following this story closely, you are going to probably think twice, or it's going to be a thought that will go into your mind. And I can't even imagine if you're living on an oceanside condo right now, I'm sure that they're already doing assessments on a lot of these buildings. But yeah, I'm sure it's a concern, and you're asking questions saying, because you're thinking this is unthinkable. Even engineers are saying this just doesn't happen.
Well, you don't think it would ever happen. You're right, because it's not supposed to happen. When does this happen?
It's completely mind-boggling. So yeah, it is an unbelievable story that is going on here. All right. Well, we have got a battle of our Gen Z and our millennials here today, and the battle of the generations. This is a big battle because millennials really need the point, and Gen Zs need to stop winning here because they are in the lead with 10. So this could really reshape the game here. So for our Gen Z, we have got Sam on here from Loxahatchee. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I hope I don't disappoint the Gen Zers. I'm 24, so I think I'm right at that mark.
Okay, yeah, you're really playing for your whole generation here. That's why this is such a big deal.
And the fact that you're taking it seriously, it matters to you, and that's important.
Feels good right now. I think we got a good shot at this one.
Denny's told me Suits has been walking around with the biggest chip on his shoulder all morning long because he knew today was the big day.
All we do is win. What can I say?
What you gonna say, Big D?
What you got, Big D?
He is. He's walking around strutting.
There you go.
That's your smack talk? You
Take
agree?
that. I don't want to talk smack back to him.
You told him, Denny's.
Denny's, we got to work on your smack talking.
Sweet Denny's. He doesn't like doing it.
You got to bring that thunder.
It just doesn't feel natural to him.
Put Suits in his place. You were here first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you. This smack talk is all in agreement.
I'm real shook now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And representing our millennials here today, we've got Bill from Melbourne. Hello, Bill.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Okay, this is a big battle here today. Gen Z is leading millennials by double the score, 10-5. Millennials desperately need a win here today. Okay, we'll start off with Gen Z. That would be Suits and Sam here. Sam, if you get this by yourself, you get 2 points. If Suits has to help you, you get 1. Your question is, what was the TV show that Donald Trump first appeared on? What was the TV show that Donald Trump first appeared on NBC?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice is correct.
Yay!
Awesome.
They got it.
You're fired.
Okay, there you go.
Dang, you saying that to Denny's?
Denny's, what do you have to say about that? All right.
Well, I disagree.
Okay, the question goes over to our millennials and Bill. Okay, Bill, your question is, who body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3? What wrestler?
I'm going to have to say wrestler. Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is correct.
Wow.
All right, they came to play.
That is for a 2-pointer as well.
Hurt Hulk Hogan's back for life.
Wow.
Did you know that, Denny's?
I did know that. Birds made me watch that clip many times.
That's annoying.
Okay, next up, the question that we've got for Sam. Sam, Miley Cyrus's brother is or was in what band? They actually had a hit song years ago.
303?
3L3, that is incorrect.
No, 303.
Yeah, it's not
Is that
even
not right
close.
either?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, man.
It's not even close. Yeah. Suits.
So Miley Cyrus has a brother. I didn't know that.
Trace, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I have no idea. I didn't know she had a brother until you just asked me that question.
Okay, it is
Whoa.
Metro Station. Shake It, I believe, is their hit
Oh,
song.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah. That's a nice try. Okay, we're going to kick it back over here to the millennials. All right, your question. What actor starred as Freddie Mercury in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Bill, what you got?
Remy Malek.
Boom. Very nice.
Wow.
Okay.
This guy came to play.
Yeah, he did come to play. And right like that, the millennials are up 4-2. All right, let's kick it back here to our Gen Z. Sam, your question. What movie action star was governor of California from 2003 to 2011?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, that is
There we
correct. Okay, got another 2, tying it right back up. Pinging back to the millennials here in the battle of the generations. All right, tell me, Bill, who was Ryan Seacrest's co-host on the very first episode of American Idol?
Co-host?
Co-host. He had a co-host, believe it or not. There was another guy with the microphone. Didn't make it out of season 1. What was his name? Okay.
Darn, I forget his name. He's only on the one.
Carson Daly?
Okay, that's a good guess. That's incorrect.
Unfortunately, I do not know.
He was also on Celebrity Fit Club.
Okay.
But he wasn't fat. He only went on there just to get some
attention,
publicity. He actually even said that he wasn't fat, that he only went on there to get some publicity.
That's weird.
Brian Dunkelman is the person that we're looking for there. So no points for millennials there. And so now we're completely tied up and the power back in the hands of Gen Z. Okay, the next question that we got here is for Sam, Gen Z. All right, tell me, Sam, what former Miami Dolphins quarterback was Kristen Cavallari from The Hills married to?
I know his face.
Okay, let me go
can I
to
draw a
Suits. Suits, who are we talking about?
Dan Marino.
Oh,
Dan
boy.
Marino.
That does not look good.
I'm not a big football fan. What can I say?
Wow.
Okay,
Sounded right to me.
Jay Cutler is who we're
Yeah,
looking for
that's
there.
it.
Jay Cutler. Okay, well, here we are. We're all tied up, and Gen Z missed their chance. So at any point here, millennials can get a win in the battle of the generations. Okay, your question here, Bill, is what musical artist starred in the movie The Last Song?
Then, can you repeat the question?
Yes. What musical artist starred in the movie The Last Song?
Musical artist. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not looking good for. It's not looking for
I've
Sweet
never seen
Diamonds.
that movie.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez.
Okay, no, that's incorrect. Denny's for the win.
Trying to think
you
if this
get
is a recent movie or an older movie.
Man, Ralston giving you some hard stuff.
Oh man, let's say Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Oh.
Miley Cyrus.
Dang.
Last song.
Miley
Never heard of
Cyrus was in that.
No.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, it's back to Gen Z here. Let's see, tied at 4. Sam, your question is, Zach Brown plays what genre of music? Country is...
Great question, Kev.
Wow. Millennials, I don't know.
Feels good.
Very nice.
They're unstoppable.
Okay. All right, let's go here with the millennials. They've got 2. You're going to need 2 to stay alive here. Okay. He's got a clothing line and a record label that is named Cactus Jack, and he's also having babies with some of the biggest influencers on the planet, or one of them. All right, who am I talking about? He is a hip-hop star. What is the name to stay in the game, Bill?
Travis Scott.
At the buzzer?
I don't know.
It's kind of after the buzzer.
It was at the buzzer.
He said Travis as the buzzer was going on.
He did, Kevin.
You're okay. So everybody in here is saying that it counts.
Well, if he was saying the name as the buzzer was still going off, so does that count?
Yes.
I thought the buzzer stopped first, but
the buzzer did not stop.
It definitely did not.
All right, then we're gonna give him a point. That is
There was
correct.
still a little buzzer left as he was saying Travis, right?
Go back and
I don't
listen.
know. You guys that old hearing. I don't think you heard it right.
Go back and listen to the
I
tape.
will. Believe me, I will.
I bet $20 of Jay Bird's money. We're right.
I'm gonna have $20 of Jay Bird's money. I think.
Wow. Okay, so Suits is you think it's a
That's
controversial call here?
Some are rigged.
Okay. I had nothing to do with it.
I'm gonna blame them for it still.
Okay. All right. Next question. Then we go back to Gen Z here. All right. He was the CEO of Playboy and its creator, Sam. What is his name?
Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner is correct.
Nice job, Sam.
Okay. That is another 2-pointer here. Okay, so the pressure stays on Bill here. You got to get this one correct and all by yourself, Bill, to stay in the battle of the generations. How you feeling, my man?
I feel great.
Okay. All right, he feels great.
He just matches Denny's mood.
Okay, here is your question. What Fleetwood Mac song became popular due to a TikTok video?
Oh.
Okay, that was Dreams. Dreams was it, and they get so close, but the Gen Z pulls off another win. Millennials is going to stay at 5. Gen Z is going to go to 11. Congratulations, Sam. You represent another hard-fought battle. Bill, you did a great job. Just came up a bit short.
That was a close one.
That was a real close one.
Denny's got spanked again?
Damn, I think we're the lowest scoring generation.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you guys are in last place.
Oh.
So there you go.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah, all right. There's a guy in Maine that got arrested on an outstanding warrant this weekend for stealing from a Walmart. Then they tacked on an additional charge for forgery because he tried to post his bail with counterfeit bills.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
Guy's just not getting it, is he?
You are just not getting it.
You're just not getting it.
Now you need to go sit in a cell.
Yeah, just not getting it. There's a Wyoming man that got arrested after calling the cops to ask why he wasn't arrested. Apparently, he was so high on meth that he thought the police had raided his house, but he wasn't even on the radar until after he called. So they did not raid his house. They didn't even know who this guy was. And he's like, yeah, man, am I in trouble for you raiding my house? Like, what do you mean we didn't raid your house? Oh, I'm just on a lot of meth.
Dude, stop. You're your own worst enemy.
There's this small town in Austria that had the F word that we have in English, the actual F word. That was the name of the town. And they had problems because people kept going there and stealing all their signs. And they couldn't understand why people really cared about their city signs so much. And then somebody said, yeah, in English, you're basically named after the mother of all curse words for them. So they just finally renamed the name of this Austrian town. It is now called Fugging with G's. Fugging.
Whoa.
Is the name of
I don't
it.
feel good about saying that.
Yes.
You shouldn't.
I'm not saying
No.
it. I want to say it, but I'm not.
Yeah, you
Are
should
you
not.
eating crackers?
Yeah.
We can't.
You can't take a break while Kevin's trying to conduct business?
You know what? Sometimes I get lost in what Kevin's saying. I become a listener. I forget I'm even on the show. It's not good.
Did you see the story of this zebra cobra that's on the loose in Raleigh, North Carolina?
Zebra cobra?
Yeah, and then somebody spotted it on a porch last week.
Oh my gosh, it sounds horrifying.
And the cops are putting out a warning because not only could this snake bite you, but it can spit at you as well from like 9 feet or something like that. It's venom.
Dang.
They say do not corner this thing, do not stare it in the eye, don't buy it a drink, have no contact with it. If you see it, dial 911 immediately.
Sure is fun to say though, zebra cobra.
Zebra cobra. Yeah, apparently North Carolina is one of those states where it's not illegal to have a venomous snake. And so there's, I guess, a guy in the block that collected them. He's like, I don't know, maybe I'm
Great
just
job, North Carolina.
Right.
Look what you've done.
That sounds like a Florida thing.
Yeah, that would be a major deterrent for me moving to the state of North Carolina. As much as I hate snakes, I'd be like, nah, I'm good, actually.
Oh my gosh, on one of my flights this weekend, I sat next to the chattiest snake breeder you ever did meet.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I learned so much about snakes in our short flight. I was like, I gotta get off this plane.
Can you please leave me alone?
Parachute.
Oh, he was so sweet, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So many pictures of snakes on this kid's iPhone.
You should have started hissing at him.
Well, here in Florida, we know what this is all about. They say that mating frogs are getting out of control. They say that the frogs are all over the place, including one house that had them all in their pool.
Oh.
They said that the loud chorus of frogs nearly every night was making sleep impossible. And one person said it sounds like an alligator eating a dog, and it's actually scaring the kids.
Oh, my.
They really can be loud through the windows, even through the air conditioning. They pierce through all that.
Yeah.
It
Crazy.
sounds like a frog orgy.
Is there something you can do to exterminate the frogs? I mean,
Gig 'em.
that's so violent and.
They're just frogs being frogs, dog.
Yeah.
Gigging frogs is an intense procedure. I've seen it done,
Yeah.
and it is.
I don't know. Do
harsh.
they have like anything that frogs don't like? You know, like you don't want crows, you put up a scarecrow or something like that. Do they have something like that for frogs?
I don't know, like a frog little pellet you can drop in the yard that they eat, and they think it's good, and then they croak.
No, they hate techno music. You start playing techno, and they kind of hop away, but you have to listen to techno music.
And that scares the kids too.
Exactly.
There's an octopus at the Florida Aquarium in Tampa that painted a work of art using its tentacles.
Y'all, if you haven't seen that octopus documentary on Netflix, you need to see it.
I can't watch it because you know I like eating octopus.
Denny's watched it with his wife Jen. I had some other friends that watched it. It is deep. It's got some magic in there. Makes you think about life.
Okay.
Contemplate some things.
Sounds like somebody had some weed while they watched it.
You go within. Confront some things.
Somebody always has weed.
Okay, all right.
Whatever. This is a great documentary. Step off.
And another good dog story here today. There's a couple in South Carolina that lost their dog. They say the dog got spooked by some fireworks and got out of their backyard in Greenville, South Carolina. For 7 hours, they couldn't find the dog. And so they went to bed. This is Mary Lynn and her husband, Ryan. And then about 3 in the morning, there's a ring at the doorbell. And the ring of the doorbell, and they go to the front door and they open it up, and it was their dog. They looked on the doorbell, and the dog came back finally after it chilled out and was using its nose to ring the doorbell.
Oh my gosh. I love that story. That dog just wanted to have its own little Rumspringa. Want to go out there, see the world, maybe got laid.
Raja is the name of the dog, and they said while the dog was perfectly fine, she did bring back some evidence of going on a little adventure. Apparently, she had some thorns on her, and she seemed to have rolled in some poo.
Yeah, she had a romantic.
I mean, that's just a fun day out for a dog, isn't it?
Sounds like a great night.
Yeah.
Well, dogs, I think they like rolling around in poo.
They do. They love sniffing butt and rolling in poo.
Yeah.
That's just a great weekend for that dog.
Dogs are gross.
Yeah. So many people are saying this has to be my neighborhood. Now, I don't know which neighborhood this is in South Florida, but apparently there is a battle on the block about fireworks this weekend.
Oh, boy.
And apparently it's on everybody's next door because there are many people in neighborhoods who don't want any fireworks to be let off, and they're trying to put the pressure on everybody on the street to agree that no fireworks will be going off this Saturday and Sunday, the 4th weekend.
You just can't do that. Like, most people are going to argue about that with you.
Well, they're going to do it anyway.
Now, here is one email that we got from some neighborhood here in South Florida. It said that a neighborhood meeting was held in our Facebook group where our neighborhood decided to request that residents not do fireworks this year out of respect for some neighbors who own dogs that get nervous. And we also have an Iraqi war combat veteran who startles easily. Well, I was bummed out because I love the little show I put on in my driveway, and so do other neighbors. In fact, nobody's ever come up to me and ever saying, hey, this bugs their dog, or that Iraqi war vet has never come up saying, hey, can you please stop doing that? Maybe I'm the inconsiderate one and I'm oblivious to this, but then we got this letter on our door. It says, I don't know who decided that the fireworks celebrating our independence on July 3rd and 4th this year were somehow troublesome, but let me tell you, it was not me. I am the combat vet referenced in the previous note from the Facebook group. I've lived here for the last 8 years, and in those years, I've never asked anyone to not do fireworks. Our twins are 18 this year, and they are excited to have purchased their own stuff to blow up on the 4th.
Okay, then the whole thing is a lie.
Just a note to the current neighborhood dog owners, too, who think their precious pups need a quiet place on July 4th. If they don't like it, keep them inside or drug them, and if that doesn't work, stay inside with them. It's one day. Stop bragging about what a big member of the family your dog is, but then leave them scared to death inside while you're outside whooping it up with the neighbors at your cookout. You want your dog to be okay while there's fireworks? Well, then sit with them and comfort them. That's what you do for family. But stop putting your own desire for restrictions on me. Happy 4th of July, Sarge.
I stand with Sarge.
And I stand with Sarge, too.
And I'm a dog lover. If you want to, I mean, he's right. If you are that concerned about your dog, you gotta pick one or the other. You're either gonna stay with your dog and prepare for that, or you understand it's 4th of July, and just because you and your dog are uncomfortable doesn't mean everyone has to be as well. You know what I mean?
USA,
Yeah.
USA.
Look, Chewy did not like fireworks, and what did I do on 4th of July? I laid with them. I stayed with them.
Both of you wore matching thunder jackets.
Yeah, we did. It sucked, but he made it okay. He was all right.
So Engineer Keith in the KVJ TV chat room is saying that there are signs going into my neighborhood that says, in all caps, no fireworks. So what do you do if you've got that sign going in your neighborhood? I mean, is that legit? Like, you don't then let off fireworks, and are you a complete jerk this weekend if you let off fireworks? If someone has put up a sign saying no fireworks, who is this?
Who put up the sign?
Right. Who is it that put up the sign?
Can anybody just put up a sign?
But look, being a jerk is it's from a point of view. They're going to think you're a jerk for doing the fireworks. You think they're a jerk for saying there is no fireworks. I mean, jerks have a point of view on this one.
Okay, so what should the guiding rules be? You know, we always try to do this so we can establish something, and let's, hashtag be cool in this, and let's not be jerks. But what are the right rules? Because I've talked about this as well. It's the weekend. It's Saturday night, the 3rd. Or on Sunday. Is there a time where you should cap the fireworks? We had discussed maybe 10 p.m. might be that time. Is that right?
There's definitely there's a compromise on both ends here. You can't just say there's no fireworks on 4th of July because that's insanity. And then hashtag be cool. You don't do them till 3 o'clock in the morning either. But good luck with all that.
Right.
Yeah, midnight party with fireworks sounds awesome.
I mean, you're going to get that right there.
Yeah.
Midnight party fireworks sound awesome. And they're going to get people, my dog, why? People, no.
Just kind of looking at the comments that we're getting, the email that came in about some people in the block are trying to whoop people up to say, hey, no fireworks, we all agree, right? And some other people are like, no, we like to do a little party in our driveway every single year. And even the one person they're trying to say, look, we've got an Iraqi war vet that's disrespectful for you because you let these things off. And he's responding saying, I didn't say this. I'm fine. I have kids that want to let off fireworks. Do it.
That shows you that whoever put out that notice, it's not a truthful notice. It's the people. Yeah, if you get a Facebook group together of people who just want to side with you, that doesn't mean everyone in the neighborhood's on your side.
Right. And Engineer Key's situation where there's a big sign pulling in his neighborhood says no fireworks. And he said the HOA put that sign up. I'm pretty sure they're serious. And the question is, all it takes is one or two people on the HOA to get everything all fired up.
That's
and then
it.
they try to, for the entire block, say, this is it. We're a firework-free block. No one's doing them around here. Well, what? No.
What's the penalty if you do?
Yeah, what do they do? Put you in HOA
They
jail?
may try to fine you.
I mean, they might.
They would. I mean, it has to be in your bylaws. Trust me, I know all about this crap. So if it's not written into the bylaws of the community, they can't enforce fines for fireworks. You can't just start making up rules in the HOA. But they try to.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, there's some people that are in this fight coming up this weekend where they've got fireworks. Maybe they already purchased them and they said, oh, what? Now they're trying to say we can't let them off. What are we going to do? Where do we go?
I want to go to Engineer Keith's neighborhood and set off fireworks. I don't live there. Come and get me, bruh.
Yeah, and I hate fireworks. I hate them.
I do too.
But
I won't personally set them off.
I'll never use a firework. I hate them, but I also
I like
know.
watching them, but I would never do them. But I want to do them in Keith's neighborhood.
But I also know if I'm in a neighborhood and people are doing fireworks, I'm not going to be that one person. Even if I have a dog, I love animals. I love them. But you can't control every little thing on the planet. You just can't.
Mm-hmm. We got Shannon on here from Royal Palm. You said that your husband is a veteran too and has PTSD. So what is his take on people that are going to be setting off their own fireworks at their home this 4th of July weekend?
So his stance, and mine as well, is obviously we live in America, so to celebrate, you know, America, that's the American thing to do. So, of course, light fireworks. I wish, and he wishes, people were a little bit more considerate with the time frames.
Mhm.
You know, leading up to the 4th of July, after the 4th of July, people where we live do fireworks for about a week to a week and a half before and after.
Wow.
You hear them all throughout the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And for him specifically, you know, when he finally does fall asleep, even after taking Benadryl, when he hears the fireworks, it does trigger his PTSD. And it's a struggle that we go through, you know, every year when it's time to light fireworks. So we definitely wish that people would get this out more, because I don't think people take into consideration that it definitely does affect the combat veterans. Dogs, I agree with what was said earlier, you know, be with your dog, comfort them, drug them, whatever. But people who have fought for this country, who have been through war, it's something that the regular person can't understand. So to see him suffer because people are being inconsiderate, it's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, you have a great point about, and I love your stance. You're not saying don't do fireworks because you understand that's what's going to happen. But you are right. The hashtag be cool. Don't set them off at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't care who you are. It's annoying and inconsiderate to people.
Yeah, it really seems like what we need to do is establish an agreed upon window of, hey, this is a good time to do this. Because somebody brought up another point about the dogs, saying that some people will start at noon and they'll start lighting them off then. And there's that pop, pop, pop. And here's the thing is we got to take our dog outside to pee or poo. And so when fireworks are going off from noon until 10 or 11 p.m., that's a very large window where my dog will not go outside to use the bathroom, and that causes some issues. So we're talking about what time to cap it at night, but maybe there's also a time to start during the day to say, hey, can we just say that...
good luck with it. You're never going to get that.
I hear you.
You'll
but
never get that.
I get it, but you're talking about something to consider for people. If you do care about being considerate, and there's going to be a lot of people that they just don't care about being considerate, and you never will be able to convince them. But maybe it's like 7 to 10. That is a great window. If you're going to do your fireworks, try to keep it in there.
You'll never get, because what if you can't get your family together at 7 and 10? What if you can get your own family together till...
And people that love loud fireworks, most of them really don't care about your opinion.
No, they don't.
They don't.
And you're going to have
They do
people
not.
like that. This really is a conversation, unfortunately, just for the adults and people that can like try to be cool and say, say, yeah, you know what? I don't want to be jerky to other people.
Here's the thing so you're hearing from a lot of animal lovers, because I'm seeing in the comments, I too am an animal lover. There are people out there that don't give a frog's fat ass about animals. If they don't own an animal, they don't care that you own an animal, and they're going to say, I didn't ask you to buy a dog, Jaybird. I'm going to have fireworks with my family. And that's going to be their stance.
So I guess it depends upon where you lie on that. Some people are like, it's America, and I'm celebrating that I can be an a-hole if I want to.
Imagine that. We're splitting down
American a-hole.
American Idol.
Yes. So do it whatever, but if you do care and you're thinking and hearing this conversation, maybe having some restraint and saying, okay, there's a good window for it, and when we could do it, that might be the best thing to do. But yeah, it does not seem cool that some HOAs and neighborhoods are trying to say, yeah, no fireworks at all, ever.
It's weird that HOA is being difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Florida's got some interestingly named cities. In fact, if you didn't know any better, a lot of them sounds like something your doctor might tell you that you have. Be like, oh yeah, you got a really bad case of this. Like, what? I'm going to see if you guys can tell the difference here between a Florida city and an actual ailment. What do you think, Virginia? Socrum.
Spell it.
S-O-C-R-U-M, Socrum. Are we talking about a Florida city or something where your doctor would be like, oh, in Virginia, you got a really bad case of Socrum. Or you got to massage your Socrum when you get home. What do you think that is?
I'm gonna go. It sounds like both, but I'm thinking this could be Kevin trickery.
Okay.
I'm going city.
Okay, so you're saying that is a Florida city? You are correct.
I was so going to go body part or medical condition or whatever the heck it is.
You'd have got it wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's ailment. Socrum is a Florida city. Jaber, what about you when I ask you about Coxsackie?
You have that.
It's no, he has Coxsackie.
Coxsackie?
Coxsackie. C-O-X-S-A-C-K-I-E. Coxsackie.
Oh my
Are
God.
we talking Florida city or ailment?
My
that?
Coxsackie is acting up. Hey, we're heading to Coxsackie, Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, bring the kids. We're going to Coxsackie.
Everybody, come on in. Hey, welcome to Coxsackie.
Oh, my Coxsackie hurts.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Coxsackie, Florida.
You're going to go Coxsackie, Florida? No.
Oh, dang. Kevin got you.
That is an ailment, actually. Virginia, what do you think about roseola? Roseola, have you arrived in a beautiful Florida city, or are you at the doorstep of something you don't want to have that's an ailment?
I've heard of this before, and
Okay.
I think this is an ailment, Kevin.
Gonna go with ailment. You are correct.
Oh, she's going to crush this game because she's an old person. An old person knows all about ailments.
And I'm borderline hypochondriac.
Yeah, you're going to crush it.
Okay. What about Bogia? Bogia, B-O-G-I-A, Bogia.
Oh, my Bogia is scaling up.
Oh, your Bogia is actually seeping.
Oh, it's a seeping Bogia. Bogia, you say?
Bogia. Is that a Florida
Bogia's
city?
in the back, Bogia's in the front.
Yeah.
Bogia. Or we're heading to Bogia, baby.
Yeah, welcome to Bogia.
The Bogia River.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bogia River sounds right.
But can you hide contraband in your Bogia?
I'm going Bogia is a Florida town. Let's head to Bogia, guys.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Bogia, Florida.
Hey.
Very nice. Okay, Virginia, let's see if you can keep your perfect score going here. Florida city or ailment? Achalasia. Achalasia. Have you arrived in a Florida city, or do you have a case of something?
That's tough. 'Cause
That's
that
a
could,
tough
that
one.
could be both.
Achalasia.
Can you spell it, Kevin?
A-C-H-A-L-A-S-I-A. Achalasia.
That seems like a medical condition.
That seems like a town.
Does it?
Yes. I'm going town.
You're going to go town? That is an ailment.
Oh, my gosh.
This is tough,
This
isn't it?
is tough.
Okay, Jaybird, crags.
Oh, you definitely have crags on your feet.
I got a bad case of crags.
Oh man, these crags are crawling over my body.
Crag toe.
Or I just bought some real good drugs from Crags.
Yeah.
Crags, Florida. That doesn't sound right. Crags is an ailment.
Crags is an ailment. No, that's a Florida city. C-R-A-G-G-S, Crags, Florida.
Where the hell is Crags, Florida?
Crags, Florida.
You don't want to go.
I do not
No,
wanna
probably
go.
not. Yeah, you'll get something worse if you go to Craig's.
I gotta find out where Craig's is at now.
Okay, what about Toxo? Toxo, Virginia. Are we talking about a Florida city or an ailment?
Toxo.
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 Yep. Welcome to Toxo.
Toxo.
Or we got to talk about your Toxo.
Your Toxo stinks. Ugh.
Yeah.
You talk so much.
Mm-hmm.
This one's hard too.
It is.
I'm gonna go town, but not with confidence.
Okay, town, not with confidence. That's an ailment.
It's an ailment.
Toxo's an ailment.
I got that case. I got the Toxo, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Next to your Craig's.
Okay, Jaybird, what do you think occulta? Occulta. Are you in a Florida town or are you going to get a salve from Walgreens?
I gotta go get my occulta swabbed, I think.
Yeah. Is that a Florida city or an ailment?
Oh, my occulta is swollen. It's an ailment.
Oh, I hope it's not contagious.
Occulta is an ailment.
Yes!
Mm-hmm. It's now tied up here.
That could have been a Florida town easily.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, 2 apiece you got here. What do you think about this, Virginia? Mossy head. Have you been diagnosed with a mossy head, or are you actually in a Florida city?
That's got to be a city.
But what if it's like downstairs?
But what?
Oh.
That seems like not the right term.
Yeah. Mossy head.
You wouldn't want to come across one.
No.
I'm dating this girl and she's got a mossy head, y'all.
You got a Florida city or an
Or I'm
ailment here
dating
with
this
mossy
guy.
head?
Yeah, you're right. I think
It's got to be a city. We're going city.
Florida City, Virginia, you're correct. Mossy Head, Florida. Congratulations, you finished with a 3 spot. Jaybird, you can tire if you get this correct. Arthritis.
I mean, come on, Kevin. Of course it's an ailment.
It is an ailment, but it's kind of a trick question because it's also Florida City.
Oh!
Arthritis is both.
So she beat me by a half a point?
Yep, she did.
I give you credit. It's a tie. We all tie here.
We hate ties.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We're not tying here. Never mind.
You win.
That's a bad idea. Bad idea. All right. Interesting stuff there. So if you're looking at booking yourself a little vacation.
Do you mind to stop eating while Kevin's talking?
Well, he's got the noisiest food on the planet. He's like, you know what? I'm on the radio. Let me eat crackers. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We got to move those crackers. He can't help himself.
Jeez,
He's a snack junkie.
Had somebody wanted us to address this because her and her husband do not agree. Apparently, there is somebody that they have a friendship with that every single 4th of July has a big old barbecue, tons of great food and lots of awesome stuff. Well, the husband heard the wife making fun of somebody who brought their own Tupperware last year, but then walked away with a bunch of ribs. And the husband wants to bring some Tupperware this year because even though the wife is making fun of them saying how tacky it was, he's like, yeah, but they did walk away with ribs and chicken and everything else. And now he wants to do the same. And his wife is forbidding it, saying how tacky and tasteless it is to bring Tupperware to a barbecue.
Your wife is right, sir. You don't walk up with Tupperware. Now, if the party host, whoever bought the ribs, offers to give you a to-go container or some foil to wrap it up in, great, do it. If you contributed to the purchase of said ribs, you are more than welcome to bring your own Tupperware.
Yeah, if you're just there to go clean out all the food after. I thought when you first said it, you were bringing a Tupperware of food to the party.
No,
They were going to empty stuff.
Well, the family that does it, that's kind of their big contribution to the friend group every year. They're always known as having the big 4th of July party, and so they provide all the food and the booze and all that, and they flip the bill for it, and they want people to come and enjoy. And so he's saying, look, I mean, this is really for us. They can't hang on to all this food anyway. It's too much for them to eat on what's left.
Well, let them be the ones that tell you to help yourself to leftovers and provide you a container or some foil.
How do you nudge them into that if they haven't necessarily come out and verbalized it, or you haven't heard it yet? You want to walk away with some of those awesome ribs they made.
Yeah, you can't. They have to offer.
They have to offer.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't make the rules.
Somebody wanted to know, could he sneak in some foil folded up in his pocket?
You can totally sneak it in your pocket, put a Ziploc in there too, and take your plate in the bathroom and put it in the pocket.
You're talking about having a 4th of July little thing going on. Are you gonna have some food there?
Oh, definitely.
You gonna have 12 wings for all your guests? Just 12?
You don't have to worry about the leftover.
Bitch, I put out a spread.
Not when it comes to wings.
You've seen my spread. How dare you?
You're right. You're right. What am I saying?
Okay, so you go to your friend's big old 4th of July barbecue. They provide all the food. Are you bringing a container to walk away with some food or not? Because they don't provide and they haven't said anything, though you know they don't want all that extra food.
How do you know?
They can't eat it.
You don't
Maybe
know?
they make a comment. So if they made a comment saying we can't eat all this,
Then
this is too
you
much, then you'd be like, hey, well, I'll take it off your hands.
Oh,
If they open the window by saying, we can't finish all this, you can absolutely say, oh, I'd be happy to take some home. Do you have a Ziploc?
Most people are usually pretty cool after something like that. Do you want to take something home? Right? That's how I'm usually.
Totally.
At a party.
I totally give away the stuff that I don't want.
Somebody said that a good host will leave takeaway containers for people at the end of the night to let them know, hey, you can take it with you. If they're not leaving those containers, you cannot bring your own and you cannot fill it up.
Okay. That sounds fair.
You do make me want it. I'm so hungry for 4th of July.
I mean,
I know.
I'm a woman that loves leftovers. So if I host a big party, I don't usually put out containers. But if everybody wants to bring stuff home, I would absolutely let them.
Okay.
At my place, there's really no judgment. If you want to come in with Tupperware, I don't give a frog's fat ass. You do you, boo-boo.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, half your guests aren't even wearing pants, so it's a little loose over there.
Virginia saying, etiquette-wise, sorry, hubby, you got to step off. Your wife is right. You can't bring Tupperware into the barbecue this weekend and then walk away with an extra slab of ribs. So the After the Show podcast going to be coming up. You can watch it live on YouTube. It's also always there on demand, but you can also check us out on Spotify, the free 97.9 WRMF app, or anywhere else where you get your podcasts. They're cranking out and making some money. I saw today that my boy Jason Bateman, his podcast got picked up by Amazon.
Yeah.
Dude's going to be making between $60 to $80 million.
Holy mackerel.
On top of everything else he's doing. It's the one he does with Sean Hayes and Will Arnett.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're going to be the latest. It's called Smartless. And it is going to be hitting Amazon Music 1 week before other podcast apps starting on August 1st.
Wow, a lot of cool little podcast thing going. You got Jason Bateman doing that, and you got Jason Pennington and Denny's doing the podcast at my house, which we're actually spending money on.
Yes.
Yeah, you make a little
You're
less.
losing money on that.
Oh, we're losing.
Yes.
I'm in the red.
Yeah.
Some Jasons got it together, some Jasons don't.
Yeah.
All right, I'm making fun of myself. You don't have to join it.
Okay, I need some positivity here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put a stank on your bitch.
Aren't you glad she's back?
She's back, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
She's back, and she's back. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge.
Yeah. Right.
I love
okay.
judging.
Bam.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.